Okay, welcome back. I wanted to do a video today. I don't really want to be on camera. I don't even really want to do this video, to be honest, but I just wanted to get my thoughts out there and get discussion going, maybe, about the current state of TV and films. Thinking mainly about the Alien and Predator franchises. Been watching Alien Earth and reading the comments and watching the reaction videos and theories and breakdowns, and to be honest, I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. But no, I've invested like 6 hours of my life into this drivel. I'm thinking, should I just cut my losses or should I just see it through for the final two? Because no doubt people like AJ will be posting up reaction videos, and that curiosity will be there, and people will be like, "Oh, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you not like it?" Um, I envy people that haven't got Disney Plus at the moment. I really do. I mean, there are some good things on there, like Mister In Between. That's the only thing I can think of right now that's on there that's of any value. I'm sure there is other things, but most of it is crap. I mean, people have said what they've done to the Star Wars franchise and the MCU. I don't even know what's on there of the MCU, but I've seen very little of that. Of those films, I've seen maybe Iron Man, Captain America, and that's the only two that come to mind. I haven't. I think I saw the first Avengers film, but it was just too much going on, too much CGI. But anyway, getting back to the point of this video, it's going to be one of those ones. It's quite negative, so if you're invested in Alien Earth, maybe this isn't for you. I'm not giving you any visual stimuli, so you're just gonna have to listen to what I say and maybe actually listen instead of just hearing what you want to hear and then putting it down in the comments your angry reaction or whatever. I was watching a video from somebody, I'll leave a link down below. She was talking about being a loser at whatever age she was, and she was quite spunky looking and she was like quite gothy looking. So it got my attention and I started watching it, and she works in the I think she had a job at Marvel, and she was working on VFX over there and 3D modeling and all that sort of stuff. And she was putting in a lot of overtime and basically getting the thin end of the wedge. And cut a long story short, I mean, that video is about an hour long. The long story short was she was putting all this artistic work in, all this, her passion and creativity and all this, and then you'd have these execs coming along and throwing these sketches in front of her that she said like a 5-year-old could do, and saying, "Can you make it more like this? Can you make it more like that?" And they'd let people, they'd interview lots of people, and lots of people with very good qualifications, and they just just be endless interviews of people because they just didn't want their style. They wanted their own style. So this leads me back to, and she was talking a lot about AI and how these companies, like 2 or 3 years ago, have been implementing AI and are basically going to be using AI to replace people's jobs because it's cheaper, and that's the bottom line when it comes to profit. So, made me think about Alien Earth, and I'm thinking, is it just written by AI? Because I'm not going to break down the episodes loads of people have already done it, and I think to myself, is it done on purpose so you're left scratching your head, or is it just churned out by AI? It's like, put this plot point in, put this, we want to get from A to B to C to D, and have this finale. So how would you solve this problem? Put it into an AI algorithm and see what it churns out. Because I can't see any sense to the reasoning, or the writing, because it just seems so incredulous and stupid. The characters are unlikable. The editing is really annoying. The CGI and the VFX and all that sort of stuff is really bad. People will defend it, and again, I don't know if they're just naive or just wanting things to be good, or maybe they're bots. I mean, like, when people leave me comments, now I've got the option to reply with an AI generated response. That's a real thing now. We're so lazy, we don't want to type. We can just hit an AI response. I've never used it. Well, I have, but I've edited it. So I've sort of used the thanks bit and then changed and put my bit on the end. It's scary that, from the reply left, AI can generate a a cohesive reply that makes sense. Sometimes it doesn't, and it's like, oh, that's AI, because it's like, oh, I really liked the video, and the AI might say, thanks, glad you enjoyed it. But if they put something else that's more detailed, like, oh, thanks, I enjoyed the video, the bit at 3 minutes and 10 seconds was really great, that really made me laugh, the AI ain't going to have a clue what was at 3 minutes and 10 seconds. And the reply might be like, just generic, oh, glad it made you laugh. But it won't be specific. Or there's other examples, where AI just doesn't get it, doesn't get the humour. And that's why, another thing where you get things that are censored. It's like you could be quoting somebody that, like, there was a part in one of the episodes where, I was quoting Ridley Scott, and Ridley Scott basically said, oh, you get all these opinions thrown at you, and basically you have to tell them, you come to a point where you have to tell people just to shut the fuck up. So I was quoting him verbatim, and then YouTube saying, are you sure you want to leave this reply? You sure we don't want to offend anybody? So we've got this kind of AI, Big Brother, nanny state watching over us. We've got this content that seems to be generated and written by AI. It seems like the next logical step. It seems like the masses are dumb enough. I'm sorry if that offends you, but we are being dumbed down, and the more we accept this garbage, the more we're responsible for it. I spend a lot of time on my phone. My kids spend a lot of time on their tech, and I hate it. I really hate it. I want to move away from it, because I was watching a short on YouTube the other day. I'll try and find the link to it and put it down below, and it was saying kids that spend time on their devices from an early age are actually getting brain damaged. Now that is horrendous when you think about it. I mean, it's as addictive as a drug. They're designed to be addictive. We spend a hell of a lot of time on them. Even when we're on the toilet, we take our devices. We don't want to miss a call. We don't want to be away from them. When I'm driving my car to get cheaper insurance, I've got a bloody tracking device linked, so I have to have my phone when I'm driving. It's getting to the point where I want to go back. I was watching a video from Another guy, I'll leave a link down below, and he was saying that he just wants his 3310 back. He kept calling it a 3310 or a 3310 phone. It's a 3310. You know, back when we had the old Nokia phones, Sony Ericssons and stuff, it was a simpler time, and we were not always available. We were not always reachable, even before the phones. You know, when we had landlines, you know, you'd have to be in to catch a call. You'd have to, or use a phone box if you didn't have a phone, or if you were out and about and you wanted to keep in touch with people, you had to use public phones. Now they're all basically urinals, people just pissing them. It's and we're walking around with these little handheld computers, tracking our every move, tracking our browsing habits, tracking our purchases, recommending more stuff for us to consume, watching what we consume, and now it seems generating what we consume with AI, because I can't see people being that stupid to write these plots that do not make no sense. I mean, you got to give. I know people have got different levels of intelligence. I wouldn't say I was highly intelligent. There's far more intelligent people than me, but I know there's a lot of dumb people that are lapping this stuff up, and it just seems like it's like ever decreasing circles. It's like mass media regurgitating itself. I mean, just ideas by Marshall McLuhan about the maw, just mass media eating itself, and media. The medium is the message. It doesn't matter what's being conveyed by the media. It is the media that is the message, and it just seems now we're in a streaming age where the message is just turn your brain off, just be addicted to these dopamine hits, these instant gratification. That just seems to be the message these days. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet. It's not that short and it's not that sweet. Leave your thoughts down below. So I'm not trying to rage bait anybody. I'm just trying to get a discussion going. I have no hopes for Alien Earth. No doubt it's already got season 2 in the bag. I think they've already made it. Because filming started, I think, back in COVID times. So I think they've already made at least 2 seasons of it, and hopefully they don't make no more. Hopefully it tanks, because I think by the end of the first season, even if we have a final showdown and we have the payoff that everyone wants, like the main characters either surviving or dying, I really don't care at this point. I just don't want to be out of the loop. That's the point. It's like, you know, if you haven't got Disney Plus, you feel like you are somewhat inadequate or missing out. But truly, you're not. You're in a better place mentally. Just enjoy your freedom while you can, because it's entrapment. You know, you're mentally enslaved to the Matrix, basically. The messages have been out there for years. We've had 1984, the film, the book, and now it's the reality. So, this is what you want, this is what you get. Thanks for listening, and leave some comments down below. Thanks.